I'm different, yeah, I'm different. I'm different, yeah, I'm different. I'm different, yeah, I'm different.
So I got an email about how to break a plateau in muscular development and strength gains. So I decided that I would provide you with 5 tips that have been extremely effective for me when it comes to breaking through these plateaus and continue sustained progress in a workout program. Now, I'm not big on bodybuilding, but I have done it in the past, followed a bodybuilding protocol, so I do know some stuff about it. So I'll keep these tips relative to individuals that are in your LA Fitness or YMCA, something along those lines, that are just looking to get in shape, not necessarily performance sports. The key to breaking through these plateaus is eliciting a different stimulus for your muscles, whether it be more metabolic stress, which I have found to be very effective, more of a relative strength type training, whatever it may be. You want to get your anabolic hormones skyrocketing, like that. But it's key to keep note of your training protocol that you've been following and just changing up variables. You have to keep a training log. That's of the utmost importance. So that leads me into these tips, and I hope they work for you. Number 1, follow a reverse linear periodization program. This is the complete opposite of your typical linear periodization, where you specify a period of hypertrophy followed by a strength phase followed by a power. What you basically do is flip this backwards and start with a power phase where you do 5 to 6 sets of 2 to 3 reps with heavy weights as explosive as possible. 4 to 6 weeks of that, followed by a strength phase where you prioritize relative strength, which you want to do about 1 to 5 reps and about 8 sets, followed by some assistance work, and then you go into a hypertrophy phase where you're doing 6 to 12 reps with strip sets, drop sets, that bodybuilding stuff. But when you do this with the power and then the strength, you have bigger weights that you can use in the hypertrophy phase, which leads to bigger gains when you're trying to put on mass.
You know I love money though, and you know I love me a big booty hoe.
Take the program you're on and just change the protocols. Change your split. One that's worked for me is Monday upper body, Tuesday lower body, Wednesday completely off to recover, Thursday upper body, Friday lower body, and change up. Monday, do like a dynamic high rep workout for upper body. Do the same thing for legs on Tuesday. Take a rest on Wednesday. Thursday, do a heavy, high intensity, low volume workout for upper body. Friday, do the same thing for legs. Monday, do something like bent over rows for back and pull-ups, bench press, stuff like that. And then the next upper body day, switch up the exercises. Maybe use dumbbells, change up the implements, etc. There's all these different variables you can change. Now, I'm assuming you haven't done things like this. If you have, then the first tip I gave you might benefit you more and completely changing the order of the phases of your program.
1 to the motherfucking 2 to the motherfucking 3.
Number 3 is something that's personally worked well for me. Designing your program around compound sets, which are basically trisets for the same muscle. So an example would be bench press, rest about 30 seconds and go right into a set of pec flies, dumbbells or cables, and then rest about 30 seconds and go directly into a set of push-ups. Now you can vary the rep schemes, even the rest time, 10 to 30 seconds, and do 4 or 5 rounds of this. It'll put an extreme metabolic demand on the muscle fibers and absolutely, most definitely elicit new gains in size. It's extremely demanding. You'll be hopping around the gym, jumping around, get your heart rate up, but it'll benefit you in many ways. Now, because it's so demanding, you don't want to follow more than, I'd say, 4 weeks of this. I've never done more than 4 weeks without crushing my system. So follow about 4 weeks of this and specify maybe chest back one day, shoulders, arms, bodybuilding split. But it's another great way to mix things up. This is a great principle that I've used in the past and specifically used it for my bicep development and my upper back, my traps, my rhomboids, crushed my lats, got me some new development there. It's called the 5-10-20 method. It's basically the same as tricep training, but you have different intensities in the different phases of the tricep. So an example would be I'd use heavy weight for 5 reps on the bench press, explosive reps. Rest about 30 seconds, go into, let's say, a dumbbell press for 10 reps with a slower tempo on the eccentric. Then rest 30 seconds and go right into something like a pec fly or a push-up for explosive, quick 20 reps. The pump is insane. You hit fast twitch fibers with the heavier weights, and you work your way into crushing the slow twitch fibers as you get to the lighter weights for the higher reps. Number 5, add elastic bands to your compound exercises. This is easy for something like a bench press or squat. It's a little more difficult on deadlifts unless you have the right implements around your gym. I'm assuming you work out at like LA Fitness or YMCA. What you want to do is put the bands on the end of the barbell and just crush it. What this does is it actually allows you to accelerate through the fuller range of motion, because once you get to a lockout position, your body naturally tends to decelerate your efforts to protect the joint. So the decelerative effects of the elastic band allow you to push through even more with maximum force. This will carry over to, for example, your bench press. It'll allow you to just accelerate weights greater. This leads to supreme soreness, but it's extremely effective.
Time has come.
But when you implement these principles, pay attention to recovery. If you feel like you need a day off, don't even second guess it, just take it. These are extremely demanding principles, but you're going to get great results. Keep me posted, keep the questions coming.